dear students, hope you are all fine, and I hope that you could understand all the previous videos. We have studied about plane mirror, spherical mirror, lens, combination of lenses, everything. I hope that you could understood. And today we are going to discuss about prism. Okay, so what is meant by prism? I hope that you all know about prism. You might have seen in your laboratories. Okay. So, this prism is a transparent material. Okay, what is prism? It is a transparent material. It can pass light through it. It is a transparent material and it has many surfaces. Okay, it has many faces. Okay, for example, the prism will be looking like this. It will be looking like this. Okay, so let us see. So, this it is having so many faces. It is one face. This is one face. This is another face. This is another face. This is another face. 4 faces, right? And base there is one face. Okay, there is a face. That is keel over face. Totally how many faces I told? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay. So what is meant by prism? It is a transparent material. Okay, it is a transparent material having 5 faces. Having 5 faces. Okay. So of these 5 faces, light is getting that is incident or refracted only to these 2 surfaces. Okay. Light is incident or refracted only through these 2 surfaces. Okay. So these 2 surfaces should be a plane surface. These surfaces are called as refracting surface. Okay, these surfaces are called as refracting surface, incident and it get refracted. So these 2 surfaces are called as refracting surface. Okay, all other surface may be whatever may be, it may be plain, it may be rough, it may be broken, whatever may be, it's not a problem at all. But why? Because we are considering only these 2 surfaces. Clear? So what is a prism? It is a transparent material having 5 faces. Of these, only 2 phases will the light is incident and refracted, and these 2 surfaces are called as refracting surfaces. Okay. So 2 inclined surfaces, refracting surfaces form a prism. Okay. So I am taking this part. These are the inclined surfaces. Okay. So when we draw in 3-dimensional, we should draw like this. Okay. This is a prism. Okay. Here it will be looking like this. Okay. I am taking this part. Can you understand what I am taking? So I am taking this part. Okay, as I told you, I have taken this 2 inclined surfaces. When you see it from here, you can see this much only. Okay, you can see the light entering here, it is refracted and leaving here like that. Okay, so I have drawn like this. Okay, so here we consider a light ray is passing like this. Okay, consider a light ray is passing like this. Okay. So we know that when it passes from rarer to denser medium, it is a glass, okay. So it is denser medium. Definitely the light will be refracted, okay. For that, this is the surface. So the perpendicular to the surface will be like this. That is the normal, right? The perpendicular to this surface is the normal. Here the light is incident like this. So we know that the light will be getting refracted, okay. So it will be towards the normal. Okay, it will be towards the normal like this. Okay. Now, again what is happening? It is leaving from denser to rarer medium. Again one medium is there, air. It is leaving from denser to rarer. Let us draw the normal ray. Okay, this is the normal at this point. Okay, this is the normal. So when it travel from denser to rarer, it will move away from the normal, right? So this is the normal. It will try to move away from the normal like this. Okay, it will move away from the normal. Finally, this is the coming out ray. This ray we will call it as emergent ray. Emerge agi veliye varudhu illaya. We call it as emergent ray. This we will call it as incident ray. This we will call it as refracted ray. Clear? So now let us give names for this. Let us take this as P and this point as Q and this as R and this as S. Clear? Now, you see clearly when you say this is the incident ray. Actually it should go by this path, right? Actual path is this. But it is deviating from its path. அது வந்து என்ன ஆகுது, அதோட பாத்துல இருந்து டீவியேட் ஆகுது. So I am taking this deviation as d1 ன்னு எடுத்துக்கிறேன். ஏன்னா another one deviation is there. So I am taking this angle. அதோட பாத்துல இருந்து எவ்வளவு deviate ஆகுது, I am taking it as d1. Okay. Similarly, when it comes here, okay, when it comes here, the actual path is like this. Okay, actual path is like this. Okay, but it is deviating from its path. Okay, it is deviating from its path. So I am taking this angle. Okay, clear? I am taking this angle. So the actual path is like this. Okay, the actual path is this is the actual path, but it is deviating this much angle. Okay, I am just extending this and make an angle. இதே ரே இங்க எக்ஸ்டெண்ட் பண்றேன். அப்ப எவ்வளவு வரும், இதுல இருந்து இவ்வளவு டீவியேட் ஆயிருக்கு இல்லையா. So I am taking that deviation as d2. Clear? இதாவது இந்த ஆங்கிள் தான் நான் சொல்றேன். இது d2 ஆ இருந்துச்சுன்னா definitely this will also be d2, right? So by this is equal to d2. Okay. So totally how much it is deviated. Total அது எவ்வளவு deviate ஆயிருக்கு அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, it is d. Actually this should go by this part. Okay, but it is went by this part. So the actual deviation is இதுல இருந்து actually இந்த ரேக்கும் இதுக்கும் இடையிலான ஆங்கிள் அளவுக்கு deviate ஆயிருக்கு. புரியுதுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ஆக்சுவலா அது எப்படி போகணும், இப்படி போயிருக்கணும், சரியா? ஆனா இப்போ ஃபைனலா அது எப்படி எமர்ஜ் ஆயிருக்கு, இந்த ரே வழியா எமர்ஜ் ஆயிருக்கு. நான் அதை ஜஸ்ட் எக்ஸ்டெண்ட் பண்ணி விடுறேன், அவ்வளவுதான். எக்ஸ்டெண்ட் பண்ணி இந்த ரேக்குமான ஆங்கிள் இருக்குது. That is called as the deviation angle D. Clear? That is the deviation angle D. Now let us start to analyze it. For our analysis, let us give some names. So this is the incident ray. It is making an angle I1 with the normal. Normal kuda I1 angle make பண்ணுது இல்லையா? So similarly, if this angle is I1, this angle is also I1. Let us take it as I2. Okay, since it is emergent ray, we are taking it as I2 with respect to the normal. Okay. Now, it is incident on this and it is getting refracted. Refract ஆகுது இல்லையா? எங்க refract ஆகுது, இந்த மாதிரி refract ஆகுது. எதுல இருந்து? நார்மல்ல இருந்து இல்லையா? நார்மல்ல. So நார்மலுக்கும் refracted rayக்குமான angle R1. Similarly, when it comes at this point, it is getting refracted in this part. Okay. So refracted, refract after it is refracted from the normal. Okay. So normal length it is getting refracted. So evlo refract ஆகுது அப்படினு பார்த்தோம்னா it is R2. Okay. It is refracted by an angle R2. எந்த ஆங்கிளுக்கு refract ஆயிருக்குன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா it is nothing but R2. We can take this angle as R2. Okay. Clear? So now we are going to take this triangle RQM. RQ and M. Okay, RQ and M. I am taking this point RQ. சரியா? Q point எடுத்துக்கோங்க. இதுல பாரு, we can say here it is D1 and this is R1. Okay, and this is what I1. Okay, so we know that these two angles will be equal. இல்லையா? இந்த ஆங்கிளும் கண்டிப்பா ஈக்குவலா தான் இருக்கும். That we all know. Alternate angles will be equal. So I can write I1 is equal to D1 R1 சேர்ந்தா I1. Yeah, D1 plus R1. Clear? From this can you write D1? What is D1? I1 plus R1. Okay. புரிஞ்சுதா? So from this point. Similarly, take angle QRM. Angle QRM. QRM. Okay, at this angle R, what happens? So here also when you see, this is I2. Okay. This is D2 R2. We know that these two angles will be equal. So I2 is equal to D2 plus R2. So what is D2? I2 minus R2. Clear? So now we have calculated the angle of deviation D1. What is D1 and D2 we have calculated. புரியுதா? இந்த angle எடுத்து அதுல இருந்து D1 calculate பண்ணிருக்கோம். இந்த angle எடுத்து we have calculated D2. Okay. So we know D1 and D2. So what about the total deviation? Total deviation இங்க ஒரு deviation நடக்குது, இங்க ஒரு deviation நடக்குது இல்லையா? So totally the deviation of D1 and D2 is the total deviation. So write it as I1 minus R1 plus I2 minus R2. Okay. So we can write it as I1 plus I2 minus of R1 plus R2. Okay. So this is the total deviation. Let us take it as equation A. Okay. Then hope you could understood about the total deviation. Now let us take the quadrilateral. Okay. Let us take the quadrilateral. the quadrilateral, this quadrilateral, that is RNQM, okay, or you can take this quadrilateral AQNR, this one, A quadrilateral AQNR. So this angle, this is very important, this angle is called as the angle of the prism or refracting angle, or you can say apex angle, okay. So இது ரெண்டும் தான் refractive surface னு சொன்னேன். I told you that these two are the refracting surfaces. The angle between these two refracting surfaces is called as the angle of the prism. This angle is called as the angle of the prism, okay. So from this diagram we can say that this Q, take this Q, angle Q and angle R. When you take angle R, both these angles are at right angles, okay, or at right angles, okay. So quadrilateral பாத்தீங்கன்னா இந்த ரெண்டு angles-ம் right angle. So நமக்கு கண்டிப்பா தெரியும் other two opposite sides எப்படி தான் இருக்கும். It will be 180 degree இருக்கும். Definitely the opposite angles will be 180 degree, okay. So I can write as angle A plus angle QNR, this angle, okay, angle, this angle, addition of these two angles will be 180 degree. This we all know, angle A plus angle QNR is equal to angle 180 degree, okay. So what is this angle A? What is this angle A? Let us see. So you know that angle A plus angle, இந்த ரெண்டு angles சேர்ந்தா இது ரெண்டும் 180 degree ஆயிடுச்சு. அப்ப இது ரெண்டும் சேர்ந்தா கண்டிப்பா 180 degree வரும் according to quadrilateral. That we have written, take it as equation 1. Then take this triangle, okay, QNR, triangle QNR. So we know that the angles of the triangle will be 180 degree. So let us write angle R1 plus R2, okay, plus angle N, RQNR is equal to 180 degree. You can write it as angle QNR is equal to 180 degree. From this triangle, let us take it as equation 2. So when we compare equation 1 and 2, when we compare equation 1 and 2, in the idellame equal 180 180 QNR. In the place of A, it is written as R1 plus R2. Okay, so I can write A is nothing but R1 plus R2. What is A? A is nothing but R1 plus R2. Clear? So I can substitute this in equation. This, take it as equation 3 and substitute equation 3 in equation A. Okay. So I can write it as, what is angle deviation? Deviation is equal to I1 plus I2 minus what is R1 plus R2? It is A. Clear? So what is the angle of deviation? I1 plus I2 minus A. So this is called as the angle of deviation. Okay. So what we have found out now? We have found out the angle of deviation. Totally நான் ஒரு லைட்டை வந்து இந்த ஃபேஸ்ல வந்து பட வச்சு அப்படின்னா எந்த அளவுக்கு டோட்டல் அதோட டீவியேஷன் என்ன இருக்கும் அப்படிங்கறத have found out. Okay, it is found out that it depends upon angle of incident ray, எந்த ஆங்கிளுக்கு நீங்க incident ray கொடுக்குறீங்க, angle of emergent ray, எந்த ஆங்கிளுக்கு அது வெளியே வருது, and angle of prism. கண்டிப்பா இந்த ரிஃப்ராக்டிவ் ஆங்கிள்ஸ் எப்படி இருக்குது, ரிஃப்ராக்டிங் சர்ஃபேசஸோட ஆங்கிள் எப்படி இருக்குது, இந்த மூணு ஃபேக்டர்ஸையும் டிபெண்ட் பண்ணி தான் நம்ம கொடுக்குற லைட் வந்து அதோட பாத்துல இருந்து டீவியேட் ஆகும். ஓகே, ஸோ it is very easy. You draw by your own step by step and do it. It is nothing, it's not a matter at all. Finally, the deviation depends upon angle of incidence, angle of emergent ray, and angle of... And thank you for watching.